Dude, it's Twitter. That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, I know. I shouldn't be that upset. But do you ever just get so disappointed in someone? Like it's not really like anger. It's like like severe you're like, how could you be such a garbage person? Like, were you born that way or did someone teach you?
Well, like not on social media, because on social media I take it as if everyone's wearing a like an avatar,
Yeah.
like if they're in the like in Ready Player One or something. I don't really. You're not. You expose your true feelings, but you're not being your true self.
Yeah. It's one of those that's a slightly serious topic. It deals with like military service and stuff like that. So the trolling can happen, but I don't know. They didn't say something negative outright. It was just like I said, like a disappointment thing. So we were just like, I have no hope for humanity. That's just the way it is. Anyways, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Daily Cup of Genre. Hopefully, in this place is a cool video with a newer title card that I've added in post. I am Kyle Malone. I help hold this fort down with the guy you see to my right. I guess it'll be everyone's right looking at the video, right? Manny, what's up, bud?
Nothing much, man. Just Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. It is, and let's get into it because, dude, we had a huge night last night. Yesterday we got to talk a little bit about the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer and the idea of, we were talking trailer leaks, and because it had leaked the night before, and why, and all of that. And then we get word that yes, indeed, CinemaCon is showing it, and yes, indeed, they released it same night. I do not know, and you'll never be able to convince me otherwise, though. I do not know if they had intended to hold it, like you said, like screen it at CinemaCon and then show it later, or and the leak forced their hand, or did it come about organically from inside? Hey, we're gonna show it at the CinemaCon, and then an hour later show, or 10 minutes later show it on the internet. Either way, it happened. So, Manny, do you want to say something first, or do you want to watch it again and kind of talk about it as it's playing?
We're gonna watch it again.
Yeah, let's watch it again. Come on,
Okay.
let's do it. All right, guys. So, No Way Home. I actually kind of dug this trailer quite a bit, dude. I like this whole date, just casual, like hanging out, dating stuff. Most of this looked like it's from Act One, and people that know a lot about the leaks and stuff said that most of this is Act One. What'd you think about seeing this, man, and this setup? Like, he's been accused, but maybe he's not charged. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't. Well, it's probably out of order.
Well,
Um,
yeah, for certain.
and then it's cool. It's one of my favorite parts of Civil War. Actually, is the ramifications of Peter Parker revealing his identity.
Mm-hmm.
And so, although we didn't get it in Civil War, we get it in a way here. And I think that it's a clever setup to the reason as to why they try to
I
mess
like
with
this.
the timeline.
Yeah, I like this. I'm wondering if they meant to leave that black suit in there like that. I'm guessing they did. It didn't. It's kind of blurry. You don't really see the gold highlights, so I'm guessing it is still digitally altered for the trailer. I like that. What do you? I like his little winter get up, man. His sweats and stuff being made out of the blue outfit. Now look, they are borrowing from One More Day here, dude. 100%. identities out, life in turmoil because people know who he is and who his loved ones are. And one of the first things Parker did in the one more day storyline was go see Strange, and Strange is like, no, I can't help you. Peter tries to do it himself and messes it up, and eventually does go talk to look at that yellow lightning and the subway train, and I'm so happy to see the yellow lightning. Thank God. Yeah, Sony and your blue crap. But yeah,
This is also Sony.
it's not. This is Marvel.
This is Sony.
No, what? No. They're the one more day storyline. Like I say, he goes and eventually talks to Mephisto, and here's Ock. He looks so weird, man. I know it's just one shot, but he looks weird. I'll have to see what he looks like without the glasses to see the aging stuff. But he does talk to Mephisto, and Mephisto eventually erases the marriage of Parker and Mary Jane, and it really caused a big rift with one of my favorite writers, J. Michael Straczynski, and Marvel Studios, especially with Joey Q, and that's Joe Quesada for those that don't know who I'm talking about. Anyways, dude, that's it, man. Right there, we got 3 villains all confirmed. 2 of them confirmed themselves earlier, and one we all but knew, and that's Defoe's Goblin. So yeah, man, let's go ahead and dig into it. What was your first thoughts last night when you saw it?
I'm all for it, man. It looks like a lot of fun. It looks like it's gonna have quite a bit of nostalgia mixed with Doctor Strange, mixed with new Spider-Man. So even if we don't get any other Spider-Man, I don't care. I think that Spider-Man versus the Sinister Six was one of my favorite things in animation anyway. So yeah, let's do it. And then just seeing Doc Ock was so much fun, and the bomb, it really got me excited for more. Plus, I'm pretty sure that was the lizard's hand in one of those scenes. I went back and saw it a few times, and I'm also convinced that was the Sandman forming up, and so I think that at some point in that movie you're going to get obviously the return of Mysterio, and you will have the Sinister Six, and I don't know if it's going to be right at the end for something in the future, or what, but I am all in and ready for it.
I was looking at it all, and I really like this trailer. It's wonderfully put together. It's a little slow at the beginning. It does feel kind of choppy, and you can kind of tell that they're, like you said, it's out of order, and I think that's what hurts it. And I think that's really because they're trying to hold down and hide that first act, and how much of it is the world that we know versus the world that Peter might accidentally create. So yeah, it's I like it. I do. And I'm still have concerns about the Spider-Verse aspect, like doing it live action. And like I said, it's mostly because of our what's the word I'm looking for? Crap, guys, I'm having a brain moment. I'm sorry. Crap, Manny. Look, it's cool. I like the villain idea. I don't want. Oh, that's what it was. With Spider-Verse, I like the cartoon a lot. It was great. Like I said, Fisk kind of sucks. They should have done more focus on Prowler. We didn't need to know what Fisk was up to. All we needed to know was Fisk was behind something, not why. And then other than that, it's great. It's perfect. I want to see more of it, and I don't want it live action. And yeah, it all comes down simply to my feelings on the first 2 Spider-Man stories from Sony. I got it, man. Nostalgia's great. Nostalgia's awesome, but I don't know. I guess because we've gotten so much. I'm trying to make sure I don't have any spoilers on my page before I bring this up. but nostalgia only gets you so far. We've had so whoops. I did not mean to do that. What am I doing? There we go. So I I like getting new stuff. We've gotten so much old stuff redone. Star Wars, all these years of Marvel. There's been so much it and Stranger Things, Ghostbusters, which will Afterlife, which we'll talk about here soon. I don't know, man. I'm excited. This is not me saying it's bad. I love this idea. Like, I don't like this idea. I don't know what's behind these. This is somebody replying to Daniel Rickman. This makes sense. Confirmed. But these two, I don't know. I I like God, what's his name? Something Church Hayden Church something Church Hayden something like that. I liked his Sandman in the Raimi movie and wish it had all been him and a better version of Harry's Goblin. But I don't know, man. What do you think? Is this the Sinister's six plus a Mysterio clone of some sorts? Not like human genetic clone. I just mean like digital clone.
Yeah, this is it. I'm good with it. I would sign off on it.
So you want Reese back as what's his name? Lizard Connors?
Yeah, give them all to me back because there's no and some of it worked, some of it didn't. Electro was terrible. But they're not all going to be gems.
Yeah.
And so I do think Sandman was kind of screwed and being put in a really bad third act for Raimi Spider-Man. He himself was great, I think, and his character is probably the best thing of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And so, hell, you already have the characters, you might as well use them, especially if they're all willing to come back.
Mm-hmm.
So, no need to wait. We've been waiting for something like this forever, and it's been teased before, even in the Garfield series.
Mm-hmm.
And so now we get it, and it's something I'm not going to be mad about, especially because I think out of the three it's the best Spider-Man out of the three, and I think that especially the Goblin and Doc Ock you're not gonna get any better than that. And
For what it is, no, that absolutely not.
no, I think they're very, very good for their roles.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter if you try to bring somebody else new, it's gonna be a comparison to what they have already done. And I think that they did very well. So don't fix it if it's not broken. WB took a page out of that, and they brought Viola Davis back and a couple of other characters and
For the squad,
and that worked out fine. So why wouldn't it work here? So yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm definitely more excited for this than I was any of the other two Spider-Man movies. And so
how does Mysterio just not do it for you, man?
I always thought Mysterio was kind of stupid. So
I love Mysterio.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, he makes illusions great. Okay.
He does more than that. Anyways, let me get this Rickman picture off the screen because there is a spoiler right behind it on Twitter. So, ladies and gentlemen, please be careful on Twitter today. What do you think? Okay, so how do I approach this? It's not confirmed about the other Spider-Mans. We do have several good rumors and some dots to connect. Nick Dahl has been talking about how he thinks or wishes that the other Spider people will just be like second, third act, few minutes of total screen time, and that it would be Spider-Verse for villains. But I really don't know, guys. It might lean heavier on the villains, but I've got a feeling that we are going to get more Spider-Man characters than I want. Gun to your head, which would you prefer? A blended villain and heroes Spider-Verse, a villain heavy Spider-Verse, or like just doing Spider-Verse live action?
What do you mean?
If you could choose, like right now, you could affect the way this movie actually turns out in December. Do you want to see more Andrew and Toby, or do you want to see more Defoe, Fox, and Molina?
Oh,
Basically,
I don't want to see them at all.
you don't want the other
No,
Spider-Man added.
I know
Okay,
I know that they're
thank
gonna
you.
get them fine, but
Yeah,
I'm 100% content with just having a villain heavy film,
that's what
and
I wanted, man.
I think that what I'd like to see, and I don't know if this is what the idea is, but to make this villain heavy and get it ready for a sequel where at the end the other Spider-Man show up. So that way it's not too long, because right now it feels like we're gonna have to spend some time with Peter and dealing with the repercussions of his identity being revealed. We're
Mm-hmm.
gonna have to spend time with Doctor Strange. There's a lot that's gonna have to happen before they open or break the multiverse, whatever. So, with that being said, I just don't see how much real time you're gonna leave for the Sinister Six to really develop. So I don't know if this is just something where they show up at the end and it really just set themselves up, and kind of it makes this almost like a two-part movie.
Yeah, I could see that. I've had this thought that if if uh if if the Toby Maguire or Andrew Garfield character um in a bigger role for the film, I always thought that one of the ways they would kind of write Parker or Holland out uh would be to have him say, "Oh, they lost their Spider-Man. They have no Avengers there. I'll go protect that world," and that would end up being the Venom world, and yada 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 yada. However Sony wants to retcon it, or using the multiverse idea. I I still think at the end of this and Multiverse of Madness that we're going to see Tom Holland exit the MCU temporarily. Basically, I think he's going to go play with Sony for a few years while Marvel builds up their new characters and new properties, and he'll be back for like a Secret Wars event or something. What do you think? What happens at the end of this story arc? Because we know he will get, but contractually, one team up movie, and we're all thinking it's multiverse. I can't remember if that's confirmed or not.
Well, they're setting it up so that he has quite a bit to play with.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that I wouldn't doubt something like that happens, because Marvel Studios really doesn't need him for films for the time being. And I would think that Sony really just wants their opportunity to do their universe now, especially now that they have so many things to play with. Yeah, you'd be setting up having the characters for the Sinister Six. You have obviously Venom, and then you have Carnage there, and I think that's probably the direction they're gonna go. Um, as you don't like, as much as you and I maybe don't like the Venom that is currently in that universe, I think that's the direction they're heading. So
Yeah.
they're gonna do their own thing, and I think with the solid Holland, and now with the kind of the return of people's now nostalgic favorite villains, just actually for lack of choices, you this is the Spider-Man universe we're gonna get.
It does seem like that, doesn't it? Mm.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
We'll have to see how it all ends up, untangling. Like I said, at the end of the day, I'm still worried. I'm not, I'll be angry if and when it sucks. I mean, there's parts of me that are still angry just at them. Like, yes, the villain Spider Verse idea is cool, but I still thought there were other Spider Man stories to get into. I've got this feeling that Sony is going to do the Clone Saga when they get him back. I think that's what they want to do, and that'll help bring in Miles. That that in and of itself, good luck, Sony. Good luck, because I don't think you guys can pull off Clone Saga. And
To be
God,
fair, the comics
please.
didn't even pull it off Clone
Well,
Saga.
no, you know what's funny? You're right, and it's kind of funny that the cartoon actually probably did one of the better like twists and plays on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not great, but it was consumable. That being said, when we get our Clone Saga, please use classic Ben Riley with the hoodie, not the new onesie Ben Riley Scarlet Spider. No, I want classic blue hoodie Ben Riley. It's my favorite Spider-Man suit. What's your favorite Spider-Man suit, man?
Oh, the black and gold from one of the most recent games.
Uh
The suit he fights Doc Ock with
oh
at
yeah
the
yeah
end.
yeah yeah.
Uh,
The
uh,
except no, I know which one. The Spider-Man PS4 suit.
yeah,
Yeah, that one is very very cool. Doc Ock fight. Yeah, that one's actually really really awesome. Um, Here we go. Images. I can bring
yeah.
it.
Once I had that skin, I never went back to another one. I was just like, yeah, this suit is amazing.
Yeah, I like it. It's cool, and there's some throwbacks to this suit in the toy reveal for Spider-Man. And then let's see here, Scarlet Spider. I like this, dude. It's always been my like from the first day I saw it. This is the coolest Spider-Man suit
I've
in
always
my mind.
hated
I
that suit.
love this one. No, I don't like this. I don't like this new Scarlet Spider stuff that they got. This is what I was talking about. This cartoon. No, man, I like this. How do you not like that?
Oh, I hated that.
What is
Oh
wrong with
no,
you, Manny? You
like
you you are the worst person since Jammer.
that suit, and then the one with kind of the punk spikes. Both of those suits that were horrendous.
Oh, in the video. Well, I mean, Spider Punk has
But
existed,
that's what
but
one.
besides the video game. But yeah, that's where most people kind of probably got exposed to that suit. Yeah, that was such a cool game. I need to finish up the DLC and play through Miles. Anyways, we also need to take a quick word from our sponsor and get on to the second story that we're going to be talking about today. So somebody please tell us about Grow Generation.
Grow Generation, where the pros go to grow. For all of your cultivation needs, Grow Generation has the right products, service and staff to make your grow successful. Go to www.growgeneration.com, where the pros go to grow.
Thank you so much, Cam, for doing that read, and thank you, Grow Generation, for sponsoring the show. Please, everyone, do go check them out. They have a lot of really good selection, a lot of really great products. Let them know who sent you, so that way they'll send us some coupon codes for you guys or something like that. Some coops. Man, remember Dane Cook? Everyone was obsessed with him in the army back in the day because he had some big thing hit when we were in Iraq. Every soldier was passing hard drives around full of movies and stand up and he was real big. The thing that sucked though is Waiting came out while we were over there, so you got a bunch of dudes in war, stressed, away from for friends and family, and the movie Waiting with the whole showing your stuff to people and then calling them a certain F word. Yeah, that ended up being played by the military quite a bit in 0506. Anywho, Ghostbusters. Well, before we say Ghostbusters, anything else you want to talk about? Spider-Man.
No, that's it. I'm ready for it.
All right, guys. So another big thing from Sony, and speaking of nostalgia that happened at CinemaCon, is Ghostbusters Afterlife was screened, and our very own Gig Pata got a chance to see it. And here is what he had to say. My CinemaCon reaction to Ghostbusters Afterlife is a film full of nostalgia that makes you cry. Okay, it made me cry. I feel like a 10-year-old kid self again after this movie. It seems like he may have tweeted that a little late Yeah.
Dude, they had an after party they
Oh
went to
yeah, I
last night.
know.
So
I know. I'm not, dude. If not, he's fine, man. I'm not making fun of him. Come on, I got brain damage. No, my tweets read sometimes. I'm like, wait, what did I say? No. So this is a big deal, guys. I'm playing the official second trailer came out a month or so ago. Uh, what do you take from what he says, man? Nostalgia made him cry. 10-year-old self again. To me, that all sounds like we're getting the real Ghostbusters on movie again. We're getting Ghostbusters 2, the sequel. I don't know. What do you think, man?
no, I've kind of suspected that same thing. I mean, you have Eon's daughter, and you have some of the classic characters coming back. You're gonna have a ton of nostalgic moments, especially with the cars back and everything. I mean, there's it's just with the marshmallows and things like that, and some of the demons and everything that we've seen already in the trailers. Yeah, it's gonna be a nostalgic ride. So I that's kind of what I expect, and anyway, and so it may not. It may be a very simple storyline, which is fine. So I've already kind of made peace with it with the decision that it's probably going to be a movie that my daughter's really going to love,
Mhm.
and I'm just really going to have fun with, just because I don't necessarily think this is going to go anywhere. I just think it's kind of more just fan appreciation, fan just kind of almost like a wrap it up film, kind of an apology for what they did in 2016.
Yeah, I get that. And look, like I've been saying, this could end up being a very fun, cool movie. I don't know if it's Ghostbusters, and this is why I say that. Like Gig is a little bit older than me. And yeah, he's like a couple years older than me. I think maybe I might be wrong. Maybe it's a couple years younger. Anyways, regardless, we're all around the same age. Most of us at the site are in our mid 30s to early 40s, and that phrase that he used, 10-year-old self again, that's what I keyed in on, simply because I've always, and I love Ghostbusters too. I love the real Ghostbusters. I have the whole series. I have uh um I have the Blu-rays of both movies, and like I like them, but they're not Ghostbusters. They're not Ghostbusters 1. They're just not. Ghostbusters 2 is a direct result of the cartoon, just like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 is a direct result of the cartoon. And I'm not begrudging it. I'm just saying, like earlier, the nostalgia goggles on me, they're coming off. Like I'm not taking them off. I'm just realizing that, hey, remember this, remember that. It's not enough anymore. Like I guess I finally saw enough things corrected that I'm back to show me something new, show me something different. And with that, this could be new and different. They could see it, the kids carry it on forward in a new format, and it might be good. My whole original question, though, is it Ghostbusters? Is it this right here? Probably not, and that could still be okay, but it might not be okay. It might be trash. um, we'll see in November, I hope.
I think it's gonna be fine. And the thing is, if everyone's so nostalgic about it, I think it's gonna be there's gonna be a lot of from it from the original. So I don't necessarily see them showing you too much new stuff. I mean, if they really went out of the way to make sure that they had the Stay Puff Marshmallow guys, then there's gonna be probably quite a bit more in that same vein.
Mhm.
And to be honest with you, I have no quarrel with any of the films, as far as like I guess bad or anything. or like hell, I'm one of the few people that looked at that at Ghostbusters in 2016 and went, okay, and didn't necessarily get offended by it.
I look, when I saw the 2016 trailer, I think I was at recruiting school. So I was at Fort Knox in 16, and yes, 16, because it was like winter time when it hit. And um I remember watching the trailer and just going, that's not Ghostbusters. Again, it's just not. I was like, I didn't laugh. I had no quarrels with the cast. A lot of them are very 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 funny comedians, and just like the original four, a bunch of sketch comedy actors and stuff like that. It didn't look good. I didn't care for the ghost effects. I really did not like the ghost effects. And you know me, aesthetics can ruin something. And I'll be up front and say, look, I just can't watch it. I can't look at it. I can't say anything else. But this, I watched it, and it was just bad. And again, it's not Ghostbusters, and it wasn't funny. I I will say this. Female comedians have this awful. I don't want to call it a standard to live up to, but there's like expectations. There's a good word, right? People have expectations for comedians, and females have this weird expectation where it sees most either go for the kind of super, well, I don't want to use the word woke, we'll say super progressive contemporary commentary style humor, or the dirty humor. And this Ghostbusters movie 2016's Answer the Call was all just bathroom humor, like no clever blue collar jokes. They literally just picked a stereotype in female comedy that's unfortunate. There's a lot of great female comedians that can do dirty real well. You think Lisa Lampanelli, you got a lot that do their contemporary commentary, like Margaret Cho, and then you have like Eliza Schlesinger that just it's just a stand-up performance like you would get from any male comedian. Some politics, some social, some history, some personal life stuff. I think Eliza is one of the best comedians of our time. Actually, she's amazing, but it had its issues. This, I don't know, man. What do you? There was one I read on here. This is another thing for nostalgia for the original. No, I didn't mean to open your tweet. There was someone that said not leaning too hard on nostalgia. So James Poole says not leaning too hard on it, and almost everyone else I see says they're leaning on it, and that's what I'm getting at. A kid is going to look at this and go, "Oh, or people my age are going to look at this and go, "Oh, I remember the cartoon. Love that." People that think more like I do, and Gen Xers and the younger boomers that saw this as young adults or mid-aged adults, they're looking at it and going, "Okay, it's not Ghostbuster." You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think so. I think if anything, you have an issue with the younger crowd and not really understanding what Ghostbusters is. Period. Not that it's not Ghostbusters.
No. You're absolutely right. There's a lot of younger ones that don't know what Ghostbusters is. They got an idea thanks to maybe the '09 game, their parents' nostalgia for it, and a whatever that, or their exposure came from it or Stranger Things or whatever first. And regardless, I've talked to several people our age and older that all, and even just like you did, yeah, it's not necessarily our Ghostbusters. And like I said, for me personally, it's just I think I'm full of the nostalgia. I think I'm ready to put that plate aside and get a try something new.
Well, the thing is, they haven't done anything new in such a long time
Exactly,
that you
exactly.
have to do this first.
I we've been doing
You can't
it.
because you can't do something new without having some of the original favorites. And I think that it's been such a wide gap between anything that they've done that um Ghostbusters at this point is just kind of a catchy song more than anything else. Because I don't even think it's a movie right now. And so you're gonna have to do a movie like this, reintroduce the whole concept, the franchise, with some of the old and the new, and hopefully it gets you to go watch the original couple, 1 and 2, and then you can move forward to, well, like you said, with the kids, and do something different if you wanted to, or you can just put it to rest again for a while.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, here's someone who this I don't know, Jermaine, but this sounds like a review. Ghostbusters Afterlife is the sequel fans have been waiting for decades. For better or worse, or for better and worse. It's got great new characters, lots of surprises, and plenty of laughs with just the right amount of nostalgia. I loved so much of it. However, it's not without some issues. He continues in a second tweet. Mainly, it packs so much into it. There are big leaps in logic and plot that holds it back from really firing on every cylinder. When it works, though, especially the kids stuff, damn, it works. It's just at times it doesn't. Overall, though, I cheered, cried, and can't wait to watch again. That's kind of what that sounds exactly what I'm expecting from this movie, doesn't it?
Well, just the part where he says big leaps in logic, I was like, dude, it's a ghost
Well,
hunters movie.
yeah, but
Just
I'm talking about the where it doesn't always work, where there's the kid stuff has its issues, that there's nostalgia. It sounds like what I'm expecting. A fun movie. It just might not. It might not be the masterpieces everyone's nostalgia goggles have it. Look at the Force Awakens. Prime example. I saw Force Awakens 8 times in theaters. The only sequel trilogy movie I saw more than twice in theaters. Because I only saw Last Jedi twice and Skywalker twice because of my son. You know, we went to the preview night screenings. They were later at night, you know, starting at 7 8 o'clock, and he was younger, and yeah, so we had a babysitter. But other than when the Force Awakens came out, dude, all of us said that's Star Wars, that's what we've wanted, that's what we needed. Yeah, sure, the copy of A New Hope's a bit much at times, but everything, the effects, man, the effects. A year after seeing it a few times on home video, even before the Last Jedi hit, I'm like, the shine comes off, man. This doesn't hold up. Like, the problems with the Force Awakens, they're glaring once the nostalgia goggles come off. And like that's what I'm getting at, man. Like, nostalgia will only get you so far.
well, I mean, doesn't have to hold you together. I didn't think there was anything. I thought Force Awakens of the 3 films was the best one.
Yeah, it is.
So, and I
But
thought
it's not great. In my opinion. Sorry, go ahead.
I think you're being a little too harsh on yourself. And on the film, because you're like, yeah, I'm gonna have so much fun, but this is gonna suck and this is gonna be terrible. I just enjoy it. For apparently the it looks like they're probably gonna put their best foot forward to what we've gotten in the past, and if you continuously focus on those tiny aspects that you do not like, it's going to smear the rest of it, and then you're gonna not like the movie at all.
I think you don't underestimate my ability to turn shit off when I'm in a theater. So no, you're absolutely right. you have to really dump all of those types of expectations going into a movie. And that's why I always try to preface things saying, hey, look, these are my in-depth feelings and why I have these feelings, but I am open to these movies. I am open to these ideas, and I'm hoping for wild success and enjoyment. I've said I used to be that guy that would laugh at you, the DC fan, when a DC movie would bomb, or when a DC comic couldn't break the top 10 in sales there for a while. And I grew up because why should I have all the fun? Why can't DC get some success? I've that kind of like growing up. Sure, like when we're talking and doing shows like this, I'm gonna get really big in depth and thinking and whatnot. But when I go into the theaters, I do try to today. Haven't always been able to. I do try my hardest to put aside all expectations and absorb what I'm seeing and hearing, and take it in for what it is. And that's why often when I do reviews, I'll do like a comparison score and then a standalone score. And I've always said, I look at the story, the acting, and the technical stuff, and I'll say, okay, compared to other, like Suicide Squad, I said, if this was a vacuum, I've never seen trauma films. Deadpool didn't exist. This is an A minus, easily. But in the grand scheme of things, when you look at trauma films and Deadpool, it's a B. I'm good B. Yeah. So that's my take on the nostalgia thing, and I'm gonna see it. I'll be open-minded. I promise.
I don't trust you, Kyle.
Don't trust me. Never trust anyone. The one thing that you can trust is that you can't trust anyone, and that includes me. Anyways, man, this is an easy photo editing day for me. Two things to really talk about: Ghostbusters, Afterlife, and whatnot. Sony steals the show at CinemaCon. Does that mean they win it? I don't know.
Steal the show. They're just the first ones to present.
Well, I was just asking. I've never paid attention to it that much because it's a big industry insider type convention. So that's always on gig and you guys over on the interview team, especially those out west and whatnot, or have the ability to fly around more. So I'm always finding things out on the website, like everyone else, the audience. So I don't know how long is CinemaCon?
It's all week.
Okay.
It's tomorrow. So yesterday Sony presented. They were actually the only ones to present yesterday. Today in the morning, first to present is MGM. Then at 5:00 it's going to be WB, and at tomorrow it's going to be Neon Presents at 8. Then Universal presents at 4:30. So
cool.
Yeah. No, that was the first presentation.
Do they have so it's not like I'm sure. Do they have an awards show like a film festival or anything?
No,
okay. So it's like when we say Nintendo won E3 this year, simply because they were the only ones that actually showed up.
Kind of, yeah.
But no, I'll say it. Sony's already won it then, man. What could Universal show? Who could show something on the tier of a Spider-Man trailer revealing Raimi's back and Raimiverse is back and Mark Webb verse is back in ways like, and Ghostbusters Afterlife. What could Universal show?
I don't see it happening, but something revival that would be WB showing off The Rock as Black Adam.
Yeah, that's true.
The Batman,
I didn't think about that.
And seeing the Flash or Michael Keaton in a suit or something like that.
Nope, I didn't even think about it. And that's funny because yesterday and last week we talked about the Batman trailer showing at CinemaCon and then not seeing the light of day until fandom. Do you still think they'll do that, or do you think they'll pull a Sony and release it shortly after if they show anything?
I don't know. WB's been always a little bit more tighter with things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they're able to do it, but usually leaks come from Marvel. I don't recall
And
too
Sony.
many WB leaks. And when they say we're not showing it, we're not showing it. And if you got to see it, for whatever reason, everybody just kind of shrug and wait.
I mean, look, there's a reason why Warner Brothers is like the last old studio standing. MGM's going to Amazon. Fox went to Disney. You know what I'm saying? What's left? Sony's new, newer. Most of your old studios were bought up by guys like Warner Brothers and Fox and MGM and Sony eventually when they did come about. So yeah, man, that's why. Anyways, guys, that's the daily cup of genre today. Go work, school, do stuff. But before you do all that, please. Ow, that was my shoulder.
Lionsgate presents on Thursday too. Okay.
What's that?
Lionsgate presents on Thursday.
That's one of the other ones I was trying to think of. Wait, no, aren't they a subsidiary of MGM? I don't know. Anyways, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, do check out our website, lrmonline.com, every single day for all of your entertainment news, needs, and opinions. Please do see our YouTube channel. There's lots of great things on there. All of the interviews, clips, and trailer reactions. You can catch my first reaction, live reaction, whatever you want to call it, to the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer on our YouTube. And we've got several podcasts that are video format like this one available on YouTube, including the Cantina and Marvel Multiverse Mayhem. Those are both weekly shows, Star Wars and Marvel, of course. And then our podcast network, the Genreverse podcast network, wherever you get your podcast from. A lot of great shows: Marvel, Star Wars, Breaking Geek Radio, the podcast, anime stuff, a lot of really cool things, and all of those, whether they have videos or audio only, also go up on the YouTube. So yeah, please do, ladies and gentlemen, please subscribe and share us with some friends and family. Manny, you got anything you want to say? Interviews, whatnot?
Well, today is the release of a really cool independent Uruguayan Argentinian horror film called The Last Matinee, which is actually a lot of fun. It's an homage really to the old school kind of slasher Grinch type films, and I think they did a really well job. It was a lot of fun. I have interviews in English and Spanish for that film up today. If you want to check out the film, that's out today, and if you want to check out the interviews, also up on our YouTube, and it'll be up on our site a little bit later today.
Very cool. Guys, with that, thank you so much for listening to tomorrow's Wednesday, and that means nothing. Bye.